Alright, Pretend here back with another Honkai Star video. And today I want to be talking about the potential good chance of us getting a free 5-star character in the 2.7 update for Starro. There's some info going around and some such like that, and I'm going to be talking about that info and also the reasons why I do think there's going to be a free 5-star for 2.7. Yep, that's all I want to say before we get to the video. Drop a like, drop a sub, hit the bell icon for more videos like this. It's over 80% of you guys still not sub, getting closer to 90 for some reason. So make sure to sub so you don't miss videos like this, and let's get straight into it. So a good solid is to go around what happened around this time last year for Starro. So around this time last year for Starro, it was 1.5. And if you guys do not remember what 1.5 was, it was the Huo banner with Argenti. And then that was leading up to 1.6, which if you guys do not remember, this will probably jog up the main reason, which was Ruan Mei with Dr. Ratio. And who was the infamous free limited 5-star in Starro? And that is Dr. Ratio. The time slot for 2.7 is going to tie with the time 1.6 came out last year, which also does tie into some New Year's reward. New Year's really isn't anything for Hoyo games, but sometimes they do stuff, but actual New Year's really never anything happens. And for Ratio, the reason we got him was the award-winning thing, which was the reason we got this limited 5-star for free. But with it tying around the time we did get the announcement, we did get that actual free Ratio announcement during the 1.6 livestream, which was around the middle of December, and we right now are in 2.6, the second half, and there still is roughly 17 days of the actual banners. So the livestream is probably going to be sometime very late November or very early December, which they probably will announce a free 5-star selector. Potentially this could be the first time they actually do something for the actual New Year's that we have for a lot of people around the world, since I know there's different stuff like Chinese New Year's and such, and since Hoyoverse is a Chinese company, they'd more go towards that. Something like Genshin does with Lantern Rite as opposed to anything on the actual year shift of January 1st. But this is still around the time slot of where we did get Ratio, and potentially from how generous Starro is, as opposed to the other Hoyo games, it is pretty safe to assume that potentially this could be another slot to get a free 5-star, and there is also info going around that there may actually be a free 5-star selector. Don't get your hopes up because again there's info going around, so it could obviously be wrong. The best thing to do is to wait for the official 2.7 live stream, which will obviously reveal such a big announcement during the stream while it's going on, probably near the end. Probably it'll be a shocker thing that they just announced randomly, because I remember Ratio literally pulled up on the phone and said, yeah, I'm giving it out to everyone for free. It was pretty fire. If you guys weren't there for that, it was crazy. But another thing to not get your hopes up for is it's most definitely not going to be a limited character this time. Since once again we did get Ratio for free and he is a limited 5-star character, but that was also mainly for the fact that we won the award. I cannot remember exactly what reward it was on the top of my head, but it was a very big reward. I think it was like best mobile game. And this time this reward is not really going to be based off an actual award-winning thing, from at least from what we know. Could be potentially wrong. There's probably an award that Starro might win if there's eligible for anything. But this is mainly just going to be around the slot that we did get that Ratio, which is also going to provide a free 5-star selector. But once again, this is not going to be a limited 5-star character. This time around, it's going to be a generic 5-star selector, similar to what Genshin got with the 5.0 and the anniversary, where it is unfortunately just going to be the standard character as well. I say unfortunately, but a free 5-star is a free 5-star, so that's kind of massive. So, meaning if everything is right and the info going around does end up being right, on the stream they will probably reveal a 5-star selector that's going to let us select one of the standard characters. And if you need a quick refresher on who that are, you could select Jeopard, Himiko, Bailu, Yanqing, Bronya, Welt, or Clara. Most people probably have every 5-star by now unless you're a newer character. Well, sorry, standard 5-star. So it's going to be a big pick for what dupe to get and all that kind of stuff. Since standard characters are losing their value rapidly, the only real ones in the meta right now are stuff like Bronya, and then break Himiko. Outside of that, there really isn't much because Clara already killed by Yunli. Welt, he's kind of like a niche pick right now. It pains me to say that because of how much I'm like, well, Yanqing is Yanqing, Bailu is Bailu, and Jeopard, if you need shields, the current best shielder in the game is out right now. And so it's probably going to become a point where you just kind of pick the dupes. The best option is probably going to be Bronya, considering how good she still is. And considering if you can get closer to E4, that gives you access to a follow-up attack, which I really want to get it personally. But I don't even know if I'm going to pick her because I really just want Welt dupes because I cannot pull them to save my life. But yeah, once again, this is around the time slot of when we did get the Dr. Ratio. We're getting closer closer and closer to the 2.7 stream, which is not too far off from when we had the 1.6 stream back over a year ago. Well, not over a year ago, but close to a year ago. And with info especially going around and people saying some stuff, it's looking like we're going to get a free 5-star selector, which is going to be really nice. Especially since it's kind of a random update, since 1.6 I guess was the stepping stone to the next kind of version, because it was 1.6 into 2.0. 2.7 is seeming to be the last thing before we get to 3.0, so that could be another case where it's like, hey, we're about to go to the next thing. For this patch, here's a free 5-star. And so this is going to be massive for new players, already existing players, probably whales too, because unless you're a mega Ladon everything E6 S5, you throw someone on the standard venom on your board, I'm sure you probably have one character that needs a dupe. And so there are some nice options, even though it's just a standard character. A lot of people already know how it's going to go. They're going to be like, oh, they could have thrown in one of the early limiteds, give us a free Jingwan, give us a free Zele. No, I don't think the game is old enough to wanting to do that. I would love if they did that too, because I'm sure a lot of people would love to pick up an older limited for free. But it's a gacha game in the end. They can still make off money on the older characters anyways, so that's why I don't think they're going to do that. So we are going to standard characters, which standard characters still have their good use. So this is a free 5-star that we're potentially going to get, which is massive. Every 5-star has somewhat of a use besides Yanqing and Bailu for the most part. If you're close to E1 on Jetbird, that can be great for a freeze. Himiko dupes can be helpful, especially with Break Himiko being pretty good. Bailu, I guess if you usurp the E4, if you can get closer to that, is nice. Yanqing, if you main Yanqing, comment down below if you main Yanqing. That'd be kind of fire, because I have a lot of respect for you. And then for Bronya, practically every dupe you can get is really good on her because of the E1 giving you a 50-50 between skill points, the E2 giving you a big increase to speed for the ally you buff with the skill, E4 giving Bronya access to a follow-up attack, which can open a lot of funny things you can do with it, and even her E6 giving you an extra turn on the buff, which is massive. Bronya is probably going to be the most picked option. Well, dupes aren't even that bad either, despite being pretty niche. Well, some of them. Like his E1's really solid, more damage overall. His E2 is just 3 energy when you trigger talent, which kind of sucks. E4 gives your base chance for the skill to inflict speed reduction increase, which is making it guaranteed pretty much, which is really good. And then E6 making his skill hit one more time, which can be nice because it is bounce. So, well, dupes aren't that bad either, besides E2. And Clara is a character where all her dupes are pretty good. It's just if you have Yunli, then there's no point anymore. E1 not letting the skill remove marks of counter is really nice. E2 increasing attack when you do use ultimate. E4 reducing damage taken. And then E6 literally letting you have a 50-50 when anyone on your team gets attacked to launch a counter is really nice as well. So even though it is just a standard selector that we are potentially getting, it is still a really nice thing, because a lot of these characters still have really nice uses depending on the player, and at least all of them besides Yanqing have a pretty good dupe that you can work towards. So once again, it's seeming to be, with info going around and around the time slot where we did get that free ratio last year, that there's potentially going to be a free 5-star selector for a standard character. Once again, this info is not 100% confirmed. It's best to wait for the live stream for a full confirmed thing. If they do show it on there, then obviously for the 2.7 update, we will be getting that 5-star selector. This is just speculation and info going around from why I'm making this video, just to inform you guys for a potential high chance of it happening. I probably will make a video if this does get announced on the stream, because it is a free 5-star that's pretty massive. And then eventually I'll probably have a guide on who you should choose for the free 5-star. So if you're already trying to make your decision, it's good to plan ahead. But if you're a bit torn, if they do announce it, I definitely will make a video that you can check out at a later date. But yeah, that's been the video. Let me know if you guys are excited for the potential chance of a free 5-star, and who are you potentially going to be picking if you already have your decision made. Personally, once again, if this is real, I'm probably going to be picking Bronya, but I might pick Welt since he is one of my favorite characters. But anyway, hope you found the video helpful. Peace out.